Good evening, my dear channel followers. English from A to Z with Mr. Aziz Zuhair. You are welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to proceed with the lecture of part of speech, and today we are going to focus on practice. So let me read the first statement, which is state the nature of the words underlined once. I have said before that when we want to speak about nature, it should be underlined once. This is something that you should take into account. So let's take the first sentence, which is the police searched for the escaped criminal. So what is the nature of the phrase the police? So the police is a noun phrase. Why is it a noun phrase? Because the head is police as a noun, and it is pre-modified by a definite article. So the police is a group of words. Then the second word phrase, which is the escaped criminal. So this one is a noun phrase. What do we have in this noun phrase? We have the noun, which is the head. Criminal is the head. It is a noun. And then we have the adjective, which is escaped. And then we have definite article. So, three words constitute this phrase. So, both of them, they are noun phrases. Number two, the rich are never satisfied. So this is adjectival noun. Why? So, because the head here is rich as an adjective, and then it is pre-modified by the. So grammatically speaking, when I say the rich, it must be followed by a plural verb, which is are. And the equivalent of the rich is the rich people. So the plus adjective and verb. And then we have a plural verb. It means the plus adjective plus noun. For example, the old people, the hardworking student. Okay, so in this case, it is adjective noun. The head is the adjective. She sings very well. So very well is adverb, phrase. Why? Because the adverb here is well. And which is more important to very or well? It's well. Very, it's an adverb of degree. It comes to intensify the degree. You see, that's why well is more important than very. And in this case, it's a phrase because it's a group of words, two words and more they constitute what we call a phrase. And what kind of phrase? In this case, it's adverb phrase. Why? Because here well modifies the verb to sing. And I have said before that the adverb modifies the verb. The adverb has a close link to the verb. D, she wants you to come on time. This one, it begins with to as an infinitive morpheme, and therefore it is infinitive phrase. So this one, I think it's very clear. Why? Because you know the infinitive, it begins with to, or it does not begin with to when that verb is bare. We call it bare infinitive. E, my dog's favorite activity. This is noun phrase. The head here is activity. And favorite pre-modifies this noun, and it is an adjective. And we have dogs as a possessive noun, and we have mine as a possessive adjective. So the four words, my, dog, and S apostrophe, favorite, they pre-modify the head, which is activity. Okay, so this is noun phrase. After lunch, this is prepositional phrase. Why? Because it begins with a preposition after. And always I have said a preposition must be followed by a noun or a pronoun. Am I clear to you now? Then we have our teacher likes the movies with a romantic theme. So our teacher, noun phrase. It is made of possessive adjective plus the head, noun, which is teacher. The second one, the movies itself, noun phrase. We have definite article and we have noun. With a romantic theme, this is prepositional phrase. Because it begins with a preposition. To obey the law is our first duty. To obey the law is infinitive phrase. Our first duty, this is noun phrase. Here we have the head, which is duty as a noun. First, it is an ordinal number, and our as a possessive adjective. Both of them pre-modify duty. Traveling abroad is a valuable experience. So traveling abroad, this is gerund phrase. Why? Because gerund phrase is like a noun. It has a nominal function. So you should not say here noun, but you should say noun phrase, because a gerund, we use a gerund when we take a verb and we add ing form, but it does not remain a verb, but it changes to a noun. And therefore it is made up of two words, which is traveling as a gerund and abroad, group of words. Therefore it becomes phrase. Valuable experience, this is noun phrase. Why? Because the noun is experience as the head of this phrase, valuable as an adjective, and we have the indefinite article. Both of them, they pre-modify experience. Without sugar, prepositional phrase, because without is a preposition. Then the coffee, noun phrase. Too sour, this is adjectival, adjectival. Why do we call it adjectival? Either you call it adjectival or adjectival phrase, no problem. Both of them are correct. So to explain this, so sour is an adjective. This is the head, and it is followed and it is pre-modified by the adverb of degree, which is to. Therefore, it becomes a phrase, and its head is the second word. Therefore, it is adjectival phrase. And number 4, for me, this is prepositional phrase. Why? Because for is a preposition followed by a pronoun. Because a preposition, it is either followed by a noun or followed by a pronoun. In this case, pronoun. Latifa enjoys reading books. Gerund phrase. In her free time, prepositional phrase, because it begins with a preposition, which is in. The last sentence is speaking publicly. So in order to understand very well a gerund, if it is at the beginning of the sentence as a subject, then we should say try to substitute it for an infinitive. It is okay. Speaking publicly, it becomes to speak publicly. So both of them, they are interchangeable, and therefore speaking or to speak, no problem. But you have here speaking publicly, it becomes gerund phrase. The second one, the most difficult business task, this is noun phrase. It is too long, but no problem. Why? Because the head here is task, preceded by a noun like it, and an adjective, which is difficult, and then the most, both of it, concerning the superlative in relation to difficult. So here the key word or the head is task, preceded by all such words, they pre-modify it. Okay? And therefore it is noun phrase. So, today's lesson is over. See you in the next video, and thanks for watching.